Hi guys, my name is Grace and I'm doing pick a card reading, solstice messages for this summer solstice. I never ever used to be bothered about or celebrate these things, but since I started my spiritual awakening and this channel also, it made me more aware of these things, these events, and I know how these events bring significant messages. So yeah, before I go through the reading and you pick your message, I'll just share this general message that I found. So I'll post timestamps below anyway. So while I was shuffling the deck, I was just being called to shuffle the deck and this card came out. So I feel like this is the general message for us all. This represents unconditional love. This represents fresh new start, new beginnings with love. And this is self-love also, loving ourselves, newfound love, all those things. It's like we're going towards things that are more fulfilling, soulfully fulfilling for us, and something that gives us more joy and freedom. And it's love as we go through towards this, towards our true purpose and passion. This, I feel like this is what is being triggered through this solstice, summer solstice. But if ever you happen to find this video on a later date, trust that the messages that you are meant to hear, if you're being guided to this reading, then those are the messages that you're meant to hear. So also with this, like the lotus flowers here, growing from the mud, we're like lotus flowers, we grow from the mud, and it just means that we've struggled a lot and we've grown towards through those process, and now this is what's available for us, this Ace of Cups, and we're being spiritually guided with this through it's through serving our purpose. It's flowing, this love is flowing in to other people, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. It just flows. You don't even have to think about it, it just happens. And at the bottom of the deck, when I look at it, I have the Three of Swords here. So we're moving past from this energy. This is letting go of all the burden, the pain, the resentment, the shame, the guilt that we have from the past, and healing our heart, and we're going towards this. If you're still on this, trust that you will soon go towards this, most especially if you listen to the messages here right now from the Pick a Card message. So that's the general message for us. Also, from my two decks, before I shuffled the card, I was surprised to see that they both have the Lover's card at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like if you're connecting with me with the twin flame journey, if you identify, or you're just someone who is not sure they're a twin flame, but you're resonating with the messages that I have, I feel like what's happening is this could represent a spiritual union that is coming. For most of us, it's coming. And also at the same time, this is union of our own divine masculine and divine feminine within us. That's why we have this love, newfound love. This is like love towards ourselves. This is like unity within our own self. And also this message is for me, is also you could be towards this process. It's like you are going through and finding, if this is not about really relationship, I just feel like this is like we are going through a process where we are finding soulmates, not only romantic soulmates, but the people that will help us grow and expand in this lifetime, whatever our purpose is in this lifetime. And because through our process of going through this, something that is more emotionally fulfilling for us towards our desires and real desires in life, through letting go this heartbreak and pain that that happened from the past, trust that you through towards this process you will be guided to the people and circumstances where you will find it's like synchronistic events, and feel like you will be guided through signs also, and so pay attention to that. But yeah, you will guided to those people that will help you towards this process of finding this your true passion and purpose, something that will give you freedom and something that will help you embody this unconditional love. So yeah, I hope that message made sense. So that's the general message. So now I have 3 decks here, 3 sets of cards here. Not really 3 decks. I'm using the Sacred Revel Tarot, and I just feel guided to use this for the day, a layout for creative inspiration and new life. So I just thought it's perfect for Solstice. So yeah, enough with explaining. I have here the feather for card number 1, this stone for card number 2, and this egg stone egg-shaped stone for card number 3. 1, 2, and 3. So I'll just get through the messages. This is for the feather. Two. And 3. Okay, so bear with me. I haven't even seen these cards yet, so we'll see. So the first message for you, if you pick card number 1, is guidance for this new life and creative awakening that is happening for you right now. The message is, what do you feel? This is making decisions too, what I'm getting. Making decisions based on your own intuitive feelings. I feel like for you, you need to ground yourself to be able to really, if you find it hard to trust yourself and your intuition, you need some grounding. So you can do that through grounding meditation. That's the easiest way to do that. But you're being asked, the guidance for you is, what do you feel? Your body knows. Yourself, you know whether it feels wrong or right. When you walk into the room, you know when it feels good, or like when you're making a decision and you have 2 choices. trust those one that makes you feel good. And at the same time, I'm being guided to tell you that also ask yourself, the more, it's like there's difference between something that is not really in alignment to what you really want and something that you're being fearful about because it's something that is uncomfortable. And sometimes you have to go towards something that is, the more you fear something, the more that is the right one for you. Like, yeah. So really think and have an awareness of that. What do you feel? And don't overthink what it is that you feel. It's like when you're making a decision right now on where to go through, I feel like you probably are in a crossroad right now. Don't overthink. The guidance here is, don't overthink which path you will go through, because each path will lead towards your destiny, on where you are meant to be. And it's okay to make mistakes. If you choose the wrong path right now, it's fine. You can detour and turn around and choose the other one. You can start over again. So think about it. Do you like this? Like, for example, it's the orange or the apple representing what you are deciding upon. So do you like this orange because do you want to choose this orange, or do you want to choose this apple? I don't know why I'm doing this, but just bear with me. Are you choosing the apple just because it is more comfortable, but you're not choosing the orange because there's something more stake there, and you have so much fears within this, but is it because you're not willing to try something new? That's why you're settling for the apple, even though your body, your soul is craving for the orange? Think about it. What do you feel? Now, any blocks or issues that you are working through to allow this to happen? Any blocks or issues that you are working through? What's blocking you? Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Perfect. What I'm getting from this really is you're being too logical when making the decision in your life that what you are going through right now, what you're manifesting. You're being too logical. You're getting too much into the logic. So that's what's blocking you from really getting to something that you really want, because it's asking, what do you feel? It's trusting your own ancient wisdom within you. And this is like, what's blocking you is you're not following your heart really, and you're using logic with these decisions. So yeah, that's what's blocking your expansion. The way that you're using your logic too much. Like, I mean, it's not bad to use the logic, but if you're using the logic to be able to protect yourself in a way that you're protecting yourself and protecting your heart, and that's like using the logic to the extreme. instead of using a logic, you still need to use your mind. Instead of using logic, use your mind to really feel and get a greater awareness of things. And so yeah, I feel like that's what's blocking you really. You're using so much logic. I don't think I have to expand on that more. Well, I feel like I'm being guided to look at the book. What else is the message there? What else? So, beyond the mind, the heart beats. So, okay, this is long. Your own heart's rhythm sounds within the greater universal heartbeat. The totality of life, all of your being, can be felt as one, true listening to and feeling for the sacred sound of the heart beating within you. It is through this heartbeat that we experience a love that is more than preference or attachment. Like, it might be because you're choosing the apple because it's something that is more comfortable and you have a certain attachment to that, and it's within your comfort zone. I mean, it's so easy to choose that. But if you're looking for something that is more fulfilling to you, like the Ace of Cups here, something that it will emotionally fulfill you, I guess you should really follow your heart to experience more love and abundance in your life. Experience this unconditional love and feel more free. Open your heart. Healing the heart chakra. That's what you need to do really with this. So, what else is the message for you? What is the gift that is coming to you throughout this process? You will come to life. Literally, I don't know, do I have to explain this more? Basically, it's like death of the old patterns that you have in your life. And this is a rebirth. Something that is more fulfilling, soulfully fulfilling, going towards that. You'll basically come to life. You will feel like living. This could be the first time for you. And as you can see here, like the grass is sprouting here on the surface. And this girl, this woman here, is painting herself. Getting like having a more colorful life, basically living in a way that I feel like if you're too much into your logic, which you have been, I feel, so that's why the message for you is the gift towards this process, with you opening up your heart and listening to more to your heart and your intuition, and trusting your heart and your intuition. You will come to life and experience the life, and will finally enjoy life, maybe for the first time, or it doesn't have to be the first time, but maybe for a long time. Somehow you've been living life, but then something happened and you became more logical. But now the gift of this process is that you will come to life, basically. Next card is the guidance for interacting with the outer world during this process of creative awakening and new life. How do you interact with the outer world? You focus on the light. You focus on the light within you. This card is so beautiful. It really looks like it's glowing. You focus on the light within you. And by focusing on the light, you're focusing on what does this thing really means to you, instead of focusing on what other people is telling you. Or it doesn't have to be other people or the circumstances that is happening in your life, the external circumstances that you're not in control of. Like even something unpleasant happens, it's your choice whether you'll view it now in a more negative view, or you're viewing it as a way of experiencing life. You know, with life, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it's all part of an experience. Whether it's an unpleasant circumstance or a happy circumstance, it all adds up to life. And you will look back at life, look back at those things that happen in your life, whether unpleasant or not, and you will realize that every single one of those experiences has made you grow into this person that you are right now. So don't discard even those unpleasant circumstances, even those external circumstances that is happening in your life. Don't be swayed towards negative, back to the old negative habits or thinking patterns that you have, and keep focusing on the light. So, what's the special message from your higher self and spiritual guides on this matter? Your higher self knows. By listening to your intuition, you're really tapping into your higher self. In this way, you're not getting the advice from the outside, but getting it from within you, because your higher self knows. And so the guidance for bringing this process, special message from your higher self and spiritual guides. I have here visions of life beyond death. And I feel like this is pursuing your purpose in a way that you're like, I don't know if I'll be able to explain this, but what I'm really getting from this is that you will know, it's like connected to all your past lives, this life, and you will experience a sort of an awakening, and your guides will be guiding you through this awakening. For example, these animals here are probably the animals that are that are always giving you signs. So that could be a sign for some of you. But at the same time, what I'm getting from this with the 44 also, this is like you're being guided by your angels all the time. They are with you all the time. And all you have to do is ask for their wisdom, ask for help from your higher self and from your guides. And I feel like this is like your ancestors too. They are with you throughout this process. By connecting to intuition, being with the symbol here of the moon, that's intuition. I feel like you are gaining this knowledge. For some people, you could be having like more psychic awareness, like it's like visions, it's like premonitions. That's what I'm getting for some people. That would not resonate for all of you, but that's what I'm getting for some. Take whatever resonates. I'm also getting that if the people that have passed on in your life, whether someone that's close to you, that first person in your mind, they're guiding you through this. They're like your angel and your spiritual guide now. Now they can exist anywhere that you are. They're existing anywhere that you are right now. Now that they're in this spiritual form. This is specific for someone, but I feel like they're saying that they're okay and there's nothing to be worried about them. That's, yeah, I don't really connect to the people that have passed, but that's like the general message that I'm getting. And I just noticed these peacock feathers are like multitude of eyes here. So you're really being watched over, and so you don't really need to worry about this new life that you're creating. What else? Visions of life beyond death. I don't know, for some of you, you might have experienced a near death experience. That's why you want to change your life now. Or you might have experienced it from someone that you're close to, and that's like a wake-up call to you that you change your life now. I feel like also that's the message. That's just a confirmation from them that this is the message for you, if that resonates with you. I don't know, I'm not yet really that satisfied with that, so I will look at the book. What else is the message of your spiritual guides and your higher self? I'm getting a lot of messages with that. A lot of spiritual guides. So, sacred vision is awakening within you. You are becoming blessed with the ability to truly see what is real rather than what appears to be. This is true insight. So that's what your spiritual guides are helping you. You're seeing behind the facade, and seeing the reality, what's real, and you're like being able. They will help you to be able, your higher self and your guides, to be able to discern between illusion and reality. So, what's the card number 6 is the guidance for bringing this process into practical manifestation in your life. This is like what you need to do right now in the 3D, in the practical sense, like what you need to be doing right now. Follow your own rhythm. It's like resting when necessary and also doing when you need to. Don't overwork yourself. For some people, that's the message. You need to rest when necessary. You need to listen to your own body and follow your own rhythm. On some days, you can work 6 hours straight and you'll not feel tired, and as long as you're following your body, that's okay. Also, some days your body's telling you that you can only work straight for 3 hours, and that's okay too. Follow your own rhythm. That's when you will know when you need to surrender and let spirit do its work. Like, once you've done everything that you need to do in a practical manner in manifesting this, in creating this, and taking action, you need to surrender. There's this part of surrendering the universe and letting them do their magic, and letting your guides help you. So by following your own rhythm, you will know when to surrender to spirit, and you will know when to take action, when to discipline yourself, and when to let it go and surrender and let it just flow. Just flow through this. There's no rush, and this is a journey. So follow your own rhythm. That's the message for the people who pick this feather. So I hope that resonated. If you want to book a reading from me, all my details are down below. And with my readings, I usually just do, like, I do love readings and personal readings, but I like to tailor it in accordance to what it is that you want to get from the reading. So basically, my reading are like, mostly I will tap into your general physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental, and whatever questions that you have, then I will focus the reading on that. And so yeah, I just feel guided to tell you that that's just how my readings are. I hope that resonated, and I'm sending you love and light. So for the people who pick card number 2, this is the reading for you. For the people who pick this, okay, so where you're currently at, what's the guidance for this new life and creative awakening that is happening for you right now? And we have here, softly, softly, the tender touch. What I'm getting from this is that this is like releasing. This is a release of all those past heartbreaks and pain, all resentment and guilt. This is like you all also forgiving the people that might have hurt you, forgiving yourself from the mistakes that you have done in the past. This is releasing all those habits that you have before, and it's your awakening to something more, and you're expanding gently. So it's softly, softly, the tender touch. I feel like it's happening slowly, and you might not be consciously aware of it. The more connected you are with your own self, the more you will realize these patterns in your life and where you're currently at, without really needing to look into a tarot reading. But yeah, I really feel guided to tell you to meditate also. That will help you getting through this process of releasing all those pain. Just let it all out. you will feel more free, more renewed to go towards this. And you will have this, like, it's like when you feel sad and you feel like you feel that pain, let yourself feel that pain. It's like you're healing the wound. You don't force the wound to heal, you just go through the process. Some days it will hurt. Some days it seems fine, and on some days when your wound bump into something externally, or it's being triggered by external circumstances or people around you, it will hurt. But just let go and let the process flow. So yeah, that's what I'm really getting from this card. Any blocks or issues that you're working through to allow this to happen? You're going against the grain of your healing process instead of flowing through it. So that resistance is making this process harder for you. Either way, this process will still happen. You will still go through this process. Whether you allow it to just flow or you resist from it, because this change will still happen in your life. Your soul knows better. Your soul will not allow you to stay on the path that is not serving you anymore. It could be that that path is really not what's fulfilling you soulfully on the inside, and your soul longs for something that's more emotionally fulfilling. What your soul wants to expand and experience more. It could also be that you're happy where you currently are, and you're probably already developed a comfort zone on it, and it's just that you're going towards this process of changing your path now, because not because you weren't happy and you did not feel satisfied on where you are currently at. It's just because you have simply outgrown it. And it's all about experiencing more. Your soul longs to experience more and expand more and grow more. And what's blocking you is you're going against the grain instead of flowing. When you flow through it, you will experience more freedom, and it will not feel constricting. Now, the gift that is coming to you towards through this process of healing and releasing, the gift, what is already with you. It's like it's saying that anything that you want to have in your life, those things that you're thinking that you want to manifest into your life, everything that you will ever need is already within you. All those things that you want to manifest into your life, those things that you're visualizing, it's already with you. It's not something that you can find externally. You're being guided. Like, the gift is, you will soon find out that everything that you will ever need is already within you. And yeah, you don't need to seek it from the outside. And also, it's just a matter of trying to manifest it in the physical. All those wisdom, it's like remembering something that you already know. And the more you go through this process, the more this message will make sense for you. And I hope it's making sense right now. Like for me, when I did these tarot readings, it's something that just came out of me naturally. I started to trust more my intuition. So as I was doing that, it's not like something that I had to learn, really. Well, yeah, I had to look up some of the meanings, but it's like something that I've already know that I just forgot, and now I already remember it. It's like a natural gift. So I feel like that's what you will find through this process. And also with the butterflies here, it's like just releasing and just being more open. What I'm getting with this intuitively also, it's saying that you should be open to how this abundance and new life will come to you. It might not come in the way that you expect it to be, but it will surely come in the way that you need, in the way that is right for you. So just trust. Okay. Right. The next card is the guidance for interacting with the outer world during this process. So how do you deal with external circumstances and people? And the guidance for you is to receive. I feel like the guidance for you here is to receive help. You don't have to go through this alone. And yeah, you might be someone that is trying to go through this all by yourself, and someone that is so used in working on your own. And sure, you will still get to what you want to get to, but it will be harder. Only if you learn to receive and connect with other people, you'll know who to trust now once you release and you follow your own intuition. Don't worry about those things, because the universe will manifest those people that are meant to help you in this path towards this greater abundance, towards a more fulfilling life. So the guidance for you right now is learn to receive. And you might be someone also that might feel that you are not deserving of the things that you are getting. And this is really learning to just accept the help and being grateful. Just say thank you. Just simply say thank you. And you don't need to really question your self-worth, whether you're deserving of it or not, because you are. So that's the guidance for you. Now, what's this special message from your higher self and spiritual guides on this matter? And the message from your spiritual guides and your higher self is bring it into form. So, what I'm getting with this is that Your guides will help you to be more open and be more transparent. And just focus on doing all your work and all those unnecessary things and bringing it into form, manifesting it in the physical, creating it. All those things that you're being worried about, whether it's schedule or not having enough time, all those things, clearing your schedule, those are the things that your guides can do for you. If you're thinking that you're working on this project and you will not have time for other things, ask for help from your guides and your higher self, and they will help you. That's the message for you. All you have to do is start whatever this is. Start now, because this is all about movement too, with the 4 + 1 and 5 movement throughout these changes. And I'm being guided to look at the book for that. So 159. Beautiful dreamer, this is the guidance from your spiritual guides and from your higher self. Beautiful dreamer, you can imagine wonderful worlds of light. You can dream up so many possibilities. Now it is time to bring those possibilities of light into the world. They need to be more than ideas. They need to live to manifest. The world needs not only your dreams, beautiful as they are, but also your creations. So I'm right. My intuition is right to where we're going on to this. This is just a confirmation on the message that my intuition is telling you. So this is all about creating those dreams and taking action towards those dreams. Get thee to thy desk, thy easel, thy computer. Work, beautiful dreamer. Don't just dream, create. You have so many ideas, but your guides, the guidance for you right now is take action. Just start it. You will not see everything on what you need to do, but along the way you will be guided to where you are supposed to be. So it's like you're just picking up like breadcrumbs and along the way, as you pick this breadcrumb, you just continue walking, you will soon find the next thing to do. So don't worry about those things. Now, what's the guidance for bringing this process into practical manifestation in your life? And it's all about conscious connections. It is about connecting again with people. I feel like you might have isolated yourself so much that the guidance for you, the practical thing that you can do right now to manifest this, this is what you need to do right now, is have conscious connections. And what I mean with conscious connections, it's like partnership. I feel like for some people this would be partnership with business. By having conscious connections, it is trusting your gut with people, and it's like when you are conscious, it's like you'll know whether, as I was saying, you'll know whether this person will be trusted or not. So this will move you towards more abundance. And I'm hearing my mom right now, so that's putting me off a bit, but I feel like that's the only message, really. That's probably, yeah. Maybe it's it's the guides telling me not to elaborate on this anymore, because it's the message. There is a call for more intimacy in your immediate relationships. There is an opening for heart-to-heart communication that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship. If you're willing to honor your differences and look to what unites you. I feel like this part of this process is continuously forgiving people and having this heart-to-heart communication and opening up to people. Sometimes it is hard to bear the differences between one another and accepting the differences between you and another person. It's like if you don't really if you really disagree on something, it's like agreeing to disagree. But it's also saying that it doesn't mean that you are right and the other person is not right, and it doesn't mean that that person is right and that you are not right. It's not like that. Just follow your own personal truth, and it's like you're just you're experiencing the same thing, but you're seeing it from two different perspectives. So I feel like the message is learning to accept that. Like, for example, if I'm with another person and you're across the table and I'm seeing it like a 6 and you're seeing it from across the table as a 9, it doesn't mean that you can't tell me that it's a 9 because I see it from my perspective as a 6, and I can't tell you that it's a 6 when you see it from your perspective as a 9. So I feel like that's what this accepting the differences is about. So that's the message for you. If you feel guided to book a reading from me, just email me your question, whatever it is about, and I'll try my best to help you. And I'm sending you love and light. So I'll go towards card number 3 now. Okay, I'm moving this. Okay, right. So for the people who pick card number 3, or this egg-shaped stone, then this is the message for you. So what's the message for you right now? The guidance. What's the guidance for this new life and creative awakening that is happening for you right now? Inspiration. You're getting so much ideas. It's like, I really do feel like it's related to this solstice. Like, it's like illuminating those ideas in your mind that you're not seeing before. And I feel like this is a time for you to really focus on that, on those ideas that are like those ideas that you have. Write them, whether they make sense to you right now or not. Just write them down, and try to work on those ideas. Choose one to focus on right now. Like, if you get 10 ideas, just choose only like 3 out of 10 to focus on right now, because it's better to finish one project than have 5 projects at the same time that are unfinished. It doesn't mean you're disregarding those other ideas that you have, but it's just it's more efficient that way. but you're getting those inspiration, whatever these ideas. This is just a confirmation that those ideas that you're getting is something that is meant to be trusted. It's like those roots. It's like it's your mind is blossoming right now. This wisdom is blossoming in your mind. Whatever, because the sun is out, and the sun made it like grow. It's like you have those seeds planted in your mind already, whether you're consciously doing that or not. Those positive affirmations, if you've been consciously doing that, all those things, all those experiences, whether unpleasant, sad, happy, all those things, and they're like growing. They're ready now for like harvesting. That's really what I'm getting. So whatever those inspiration you're getting right now, I really work on those. Those things are something that can be trusted. Those inspirations. So what's blocking you through, or any issues that is blocking you through working, through allowing this to happen, these inspirations? Free from judgment, free to love. As those seeds in your mind and those wisdom is sprouting in your mind, I feel like you're also getting like those weeds, those weeds that are along the way, and I feel like those are the judgments that you have been telling to yourself, and that is blocking you from love. And the message is that you are free to love right now, and you need to free yourself from those judgments that you keep telling from yourself, whether it is from other people that they're projecting onto you and you're being triggered from other people, or it is just the mental chatter and judgment that you keep telling your mind again and again, that you're not worthy of this, or that you're not deserving of this, that you cannot achieve this, whatever this is, that you are. Those mental chatter in your mind that you need to, it's like a garden in your mind that you need to weed. You need to weed those out. You need to take control of your mind and release whatever those toxic things that is preventing you from creating this and going towards this inspiration that you are getting. And yeah, that's the message for you. So the next card is, what's the gift that is coming to you through this process? And I love that it is about a plant again that is growing. This is so in line, the messages. So the gift that is coming towards you on this process is the new birth, and guarded vigilantly. This is like by you taking control of your mind and your mental processes. There's this, and you are planting more seeds of more positive seeds and those positive affirmations, and you are healing. There's this new birth that is coming, and soon it will sprout, and all your it is like a new birth of these ideas, or this could be this new birth of a project, whatever it is that you're manifesting in relating to this inspiration. You will soon see this manifesting in your life. Right now it might be just a seed, like a seed. You might not consciously see that something is happening, but the guidance for you is just to keep going, because like a seed, you just need to let it be, but just keep on nurturing it. It's like when the seed that you have planted in your mind, you might not see it yet. That's why you might think it's not happening, or whatever it is that you have started, those were taking action on those inspiration, you feel like it's not happening. It doesn't mean that you should give up. It just means that like a seed, it still is sprouting up to the ground, and you're not seeing that process. But it doesn't mean that you're not seeing those process. It doesn't mean that it's not happening, because it is, and you will soon see the plant growing from outside the soil. And this is like the manifestation of your dreams. So card number 4 is the guidance for interacting with the outer world during this process. These are external. How do you deal with external people in your life and external circumstances? And we have here, very interesting, releasing allegiances. What I've noticed from this is that this has bees within this photo, and at the same time I believe those are bees too in this photo. Releasing allegiances. I feel like with this, what I'm getting, the message that I'm getting is releasing yourself from relationships and circumstances that is not serving you anymore. Breaking away from a pattern, breaking away from a person or a relationship that is not serving you anymore. And it might sting like a bee, but that's how hard it gets. As it gets, it does not go any further from that, and that will only free you to go towards these inspirations, because those people might not be serving your highest good anymore. And it's best to let go of those, and you already know in yourself what are those relationship and circumstances. If it's a job that you're currently in, or if it's a relationship with someone, whether it's romantic or not, and it's just blocking you in these inspirations. Like there might be those ones that are just projecting their fear towards you, and those ones that are giving you this like judgments. Doesn't mean that they're evil, it just means that they're just projecting their darkness towards you, those unhealed wounds within their own self that are triggering, those judgments are triggering those parts of you that needs healing too. So use that as a way of knowing where you need to heal, those parts that are still being triggered within you. And if this certain relationship or circumstance is not working for you anymore, it's best to release those. So now, what's the special message from your higher self and your spiritual guides on this matter. And we have here, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. You're being guided towards something, and it's about plant again. Now it's a tree that has been cut, but it's like there's this new birth here, and it's like the more you're going towards the process of awakening through gaining this inspiration and wisdoms, and you're becoming one with light. So I feel like what's happening here is that the message for you from spirit, your guides and your higher self, there is something that's bigger. There is something that is bigger that you're meant to do and you're destined to do in this life. And the guidance for you is to keep shining your light. So really the message for you is that you are here for a greater cause. So stop playing small. You will know when it's time to move towards this, whatever this is. You are getting inspirations about this. You don't need to know everything right now, because those inspirations, those wisdoms, those insights, they will be sent to you at the right time, on when you need to know it and when you need to act upon it. So just relax right now and release whatever those darkness by shining your own inner light. And this could very well be related to nature and protecting Gaia through that. Then the last message for you is, what's the guidance for bringing this process into practical manifestation in your life? This is what you need to do right now. Trust yourself in the physical. Trust yourself. It's like your animal instincts. Trust your instincts. Like an animal, they are there at the right place at the right time, and without really keeping track on time, they just instinctively know where they should be or where they should go. They survive. So this is what's really the guidance for you. And also this card is telling you that you have grown so much, whether you're consciously aware of it or not, and you keep on growing. This is also a message to you that you've conquered so much in your life already, that you should be proud of yourself, and that should be enough for you to trust yourself and your decisions. So I'm really getting also, for some people, you could be like protector of the animals, like an animal right or nature, because this is like very much into nature. So that could be part of your purpose. But really that's the message for you. I will just read this passage from this book, from where the message is. Trust yourself. Okay. You are wise. You know how to grow even without knowing how you know. Like the ancient forests, spectacular galaxies, the acorn that becomes the oak, there is a natural intelligence for growth that is beyond logic and reason. It just happens. At the deepest levels, we are governed by this force that is so palpable it literally shapes the world. At the same time, it is so invisible that sometimes we forget its presence and worry that our minds have to work everything out for life to happen and for us to be alright. We can become unnecessarily anxious about our affairs and how life will unfold. This oracle brings the message that you are growing. You really are. Don't doubt it. Even if you don't see it yet, remember that so much is happening when the seed is still unbroken in the ground, as I was saying before. So that's the reference to that seed there. Like the seed, you might still be under the ground, but so much is happening already, and you will soon come out of that and shine your light and fulfill this purpose. So that's the message for you right now. I hope this resonated. If you feel guided to book a reading with me, all you have to do is email me, and I have those formats reading layouts down below. But if any of those doesn't really, like if you have this special situation, just email me, and I like to just cater the reading according to the person instead of following a certain layout. So I'm sending you love and light. I hope this helped you. Happy solstice.